We're gonna run in here to one of our favorite galleries, Ramka. We're gonna make a brief after closing time run through here of Anna Wieder-Blank, and the show is titled Fairtale Protesters. Well, I think we'll take a look at some of the sculpture, glazed ceramics. I haven't seen Anna do this before, but you know, she's a very physical painter, and so the notion of grabbing and kneading and pushing and pulling clay would probably be a natural extension of her painting practice. This piece is titled Dina Gets Her Arms Shot Off, 2016 glazed and painted ceramic. And she's also got these little painted plinths. Well, I guess I came in and did a little interview with Anna. Can't believe this piece is Persephone Protests in the Summer. I did an interview with Anna a couple of years ago at one of her, I think maybe it was her second show that she had here at Ramka. And, well, she's charming. But I think one of the interesting things, and one of the reasons that I've been keeping track of Anna and her work, is that I think she's a good example of what I've been calling the kind of the new material painters. And this one is Medusa Protester, 2018, glazed ceramic. And, well, gosh, I hope that if you buy the ceramic, you get the plinth as well, because there's a lot of painting going on there. This piece is 8 by 10 by 12 inches. And, well, she's got some nice glazing things happening. And as I said, I'm kind of surprised because I haven't seen her sculptural works before. And as I said, I think when you see them on site like this in the show, it's a very impressive installation. I think this is Dinah After the Rape, 2016. Raku ware, 12 by 9 by 24. Now we'll look at the paintings. This is titled Dina's Trial. Oil on canvas, 72 by 60. And okay, this again is something that I haven't seen before, which is that Anna's gone in and kind of extended the painting onto the wall. Kind of, as they say, contextualize the work into the environment. Well, getting back to Anna's practice of painting, I'll get up and see some of the texture she's built up here. Now, like a lot of painters, I don't think Anna will tell you all the goodies, all the various kinds of things that she might be mixing in the paint and, the various resins, dryers, solvents, all those things. But you can see that she does have a real feel for the tactile, the layering of the pigments. She's also got a very of a juicy palette. This is Leah watching her daughter's trial, oil on canvas, 48 by 36. Well, as I said, there's a whole kind of a group of young painters that are doing a lot of work with heavy paint and just the idea of the materiality of paint. Last week we went in and looked at a show by a gentleman named Dennis Hollingsworth at Gallery Richard. We've looked at some pieces recently at the Hole. I think Carolyn Larson was squirting a lot of paint out, and they also show another West Coast artist, Vanessa Prager. So there is seems to be a real kind of contemporary reevaluation of paint, the material of paint, the paint surface, what the tactile experience of a painting can be. This is Dina gets a back alley abortion after her rape. Okay, I guess that's kind of a biblical story. There's a lot of nice kind of high-keyed contrasts. We've got the magenta fading into the rose, and that's contrasted against this kind of a gaseous zinc yellow. And we've got a large triptych here. I'll see if I can squeeze this in. This is Dina and Persephone Protest Patriarchy 2018. I think this is actually kind of interesting because we've got a couple of compositional elements that I haven't seen Annie use so much before. One of them is these set of black stripes, kind of cut the composition. Also, I like the section up here with the black and the little white stars. I think we saw some of her cutaway pieces of her compositions in the last show, so that's not new, but it is kind of an interesting effect that she gets with the letting the actual space penetrate the painting surface. And I think Dana Schutz has done that on some of her recent paintings as well. And of course, Gio Fontana, I think, was the original guy that started cutting holes in his paintings. Oh, let's see what that is. Okay, so she's got oil acrylic impasto paste on canvas. This is 60 by 144, so that's 5 by 12 feet. And we'll finish up on this wall. Demeter awakens to find her daughter missing. Wow, this is some wonderful scumbling. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm actually thinking of late Monet water lilies. The way that this is built up. Dina and Persephone say goodbye. 2018, oil on canvas with cutouts. 36 by 36. I don't know, with cutouts. It's kind of like the cutouts are actually subtractions, not additions. But anyway, this is nice because, yeah, the cutaway sections actually create kind of a fissure in the composition. They actually become kind of a linear element. And it would be interesting to note when she decides to start cutting things away, whether these are kind of sketched in and the cutaway is done at that point, or whether she waits until the composition gets pretty well developed before she starts cutting things out. And we're going to end up looking at this piece. Badass woman, Dina, Persephone, Kali, tear down the statues of murderers and rapists. Okay, well, yeah, a lot of paint on here. I guess I could probably spend some time and delve into the subject matter that Anne is working with. I'm not familiar with a lot of this. I always kind of prefer to just look at the works of art, see what I can derive from them. I mean, just from a painterly aspect. James Kalm reporting on Anna Wieder-Blank. The Fairtale Protesters here at Honey Ramka. Well, I was informed by Jason as I was talking to him that Honey Ramka's only got about 2 or 3 more shows after this, and then they're going to be decamping for the time being. But I would like to say that I've appreciated their program, and I just wish them the best of luck with their future projects. You can like this, share, subscribe, recommend it to your friends, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. But as we always like to do when we get to this part of the program, as we like to say, and we invite you to join me. Thank you, Kate.